Hello my gorgeous loves out there and welcome. In today's video I am going to be talking about swatching and creating looks with the two new palettes from Oden's. This is their holiday collection. This is the Christmas Eve palette, yes, and this is the Merry Christmas palette. They both look really stunning, so I really want to play with them on camera with you guys today and get a feel for these and let you guys know my thoughts on them. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree and I'm just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot of indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. So I think this is the first time Oden's has come out with a holiday collection that is like actually themed around the actual holiday, which is Christmas, of course. And this is a limited edition product. Right now it's on pre-order because it did like sell out. They put it back on pre-order, which it looks like it's still open. So if this is something you want, you might want to consider picking it up because it will be limited. But if you don't know about Oden's, they are a Swedish indie brand and they make amazing eyeshadows. I have so much content on their palettes. I have a whole ranking video for Oden's. I pretty much reviewed all of their releases they've done since I discovered the brand. So I'm excited to get into these, and I think this might maybe be one of the best holiday collections I've seen so far. So let me show you guys each of them up close. They go for $43.90 each. The first one being the Christmas Eve palette. This is what the packaging looks like. I mean, come on. That is so beautiful. They make excellent packaging and designs. Always so aesthetically pleasing. Here's the back of it. It has the shade name, some info. Wow, they did such a good job with this. And then inside is what this looks like. There's a mirror, and then here are the shades. This is a little bit more cool tone, but there are some pops of warm tones in here. But overall, it's leaning a little bit more blue. There's some purples, but I do like that there's a little bit of grunge. It's different. It's not a typical like cool tone palette because it has those little pops in there. Really beautiful. I just love it, and I really think they're nailing it on like the whole theming. Like this makes me think of Christmas and like winter time, this color story. And then the other one is the Merry Christmas palette. Isn't that gorgeous? This is more of like the typical theming for Christmas with the red and the greens. Here's the back of it. I mean, all the little details. It's absolutely stunning. And then here's what it looks like inside, a nice big mirror. And then this is, of course, a lot more warm tone, a little bit more of the traditional colors you would see in a Christmas palette with the greens, a little bit of red, but there is some grungy tones in here. And I think this is beautiful. I like that both of them have depth in it, mid-tones, and all these beautiful, stunning looking metallics in here. So this one also is very, very pretty, and I think both of the color stories are absolutely gorgeous. I think they totally nailed it with the theme, the packaging. Like when you see the outer packaging, you know what you're gonna get inside the palette because they kind of match up the colors with the colors on the outer packaging. And I love when brands do that. I hate when you see a palette and then it's totally different inside, like how the Lunar Beauty 12 Days of Lunar palette is. It looks like Christmas, but inside it's fall. To me, it's like, okay, that was not what it should have been, but that's why I love Oden's. They're really good with their packaging. Let me get you guys a little closer and we can get into these looks. Going to go ahead and prime my eyes with the Pro Longwear Paint Pot from MAC. This is the shade Soft Ochre. Look, I've hit pan on it. I'm so excited about it. I'm just gonna cover my lids, and I never set my primer, just so you guys know, and I just realized I haven't done my brows yet, so ignore my brows. I just realized I forgot to mention that each palette also comes with a little gift with purchase, as long as like they still have any left. But this came with the Christmas Eve palette. Isn't that cute? It's like a little globe. I think that's adorable. And then this one came with the Merry Christmas palette. I think that's cute. I just wanted to show you guys that. I totally forgot to mention that in the beginning. So the first palette I want to start off with is the Christmas Eve palette, the more cool tone one. That's where my heart always goes. And I want to start off with Christmas Eve. I'm liking the whole blue and gold combo that they have out here, so that's what's inspiring this look right now. I'm going to tap that off. I'm going to use my little Oden's eye mirror, and I'm going to just concentrate this on the outer corner. and just start tapping that on. Don't want to really swipe, I just want to really lay it down, get it placed, and then I will blend out the edges. So far, so good. I mean, I know Oden's Eye has a really good formula. They're pretty consistent, so I already know what to expect with their shadows, which is usually very pigmented and very blendable, and then they have gorgeous metallics. So yes, I winged it out and created that shape for my eyes. Now I'm going to go into Softly. This one right here, which is a grungy brown, which you would not typically think to pair with like a deep blue shade. By the way, these mattes are on the powdery end. They do have a lot of kickback. You definitely want to dust off the excess just to avoid the fallout. Usually all the formulas that I love when it comes to mattes are powdery ones. I feel like those ones just seem to perform really well and blend nicely. Wow, this brown, this grungy brown was more pigmented than I expected. Like, it's a little deeper, which is totally fine. I'm not going to mesh it too much into the blue because I don't want it to get weird and muddy up, because this is cool tone and this is more of a grungy, I guess, warmer tone. So I feel like they're not going to complement each other too well. So going to be careful on that like place where they meet at. Now I want to go into Ice Crystal. This is a very, very pale grayish blue, and I'm going to use that to diffuse the end of the blue that I have on the outer edge here, just to soften those edges up. I like to do that for mattes like this, to use a lighter version of itself. I mean, like a light blue over a dark blue really helps kind of diffuse the edges and make it look like a better gradient. Now I'm going to go into this yellow shade, which it looks like it's a Mob Tart. Is that supposed to be lemon tart? But I'm going to use that shade to blend out the edges of this grungy brownie shade, just to also soften and make everything look diffused up in the front. Also went ahead and did the lower lash line, matched everything up. So let's get into these shimmers. So the first shade I want to start off with is Blue Star, which is a beautiful sapphire metallic, but it does look like it has a purple shift. And Oden's Eye usually includes like a bunch of different kind of metallics in their palettes, and they do dual chromes and they do them really well. So I'm going to spray my brush, and I'm going to focus that, of course, where it should be obvious, where the blue is. On this outer edge. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful sapphire blue, and it definitely has a purple shift to it. And look how sparkly it is. I'm just going lightly and kind of tapping it on. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so, so pretty. I love these kind of deeper jewel tone metallics. And I don't know if the purple shift is picking up, but I can see it on like the mirror right here in front of me. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Now I'm going to go into Fleeting Time and use that in the front portion, match it up with that grungy brown. This one looks like just a traditional, really creamy, kind of dingy antique gold metallic. Also going to wet it for good measure. And I'm going to put that right there in the front. Oh, that is a beautiful shade. And I'm going to try to fuse these into one another as best as possible. I mean, they're on totally different spectrums and like their color, but the mix of like blue and gold is just so pretty. So to finalize the look, I'm going to go into Snow Light as my inner corner highlight shade. This one's a little bit more flaky, a little bit more textured. So it takes a little bit more work to get it to pick up on the brush. I mean, shades like this do really well with like a glitter primer or using your finger, but I'm going to wet it and see what I can do to get that to show. You see how like it just has a little bit of flakiness to it, but I'm just smoothing that on, bringing it down a little bit here. It's such a beautiful light yellow gold. Like, that is really pretty, very poppy. And I love in this palette, there's a lot of options for inner corner highlights. You can do this yellow, you can do the light blue. There's like a beautiful silver in here. And I'm sure you could use that Ice Crystal shade, the pastel blue that's over here as that inner corner highlight. But I'm just stamping that there. So there we go. That's all the shadows that I want to use. That's where I want it to be at. I need to go and do the other eye. Then I'm going to complete the look, like do the lashes and liner and everything. And I will be back to show you guys it all finished. I am back. I put my hair down. Other eye is complete. So now you guys can really see how the makeup look turned out. Like the combo with the blue and the gold, I think is really pretty. And I think I matched the packaging pretty well, right? This is really, really pretty. The formula seems like the consistent Oden's Eye formula so far from what I've tried. Mattes are nice and pigmented. The metallics are stunning. I hope you can see like the beautiful shift of that blue that goes to purple. It's so, so pretty. But all I did off camera was I went in with the Lash Kiss liner glue right here. I used the Kiss So Wispy Lashes. And then for my lips, I went in with the Oden's Eye Velvet Lipstick in Light Peach. But then I wanted it to be a little bit more yellow tone. So I went over that with the Natasha Denona Lippy in Charlotte. This is part of their I Need a Nude line. It's a very yellow tone beigey shade. So I put that over the light peach one, made my perfect little lip combo. And then for my waterline, I used a white liner. That's my go-to when I'm not sure what to use. So this is from ColourPop in the shade Exit. And I did use a little bit of the Chanel mascara, but not that much of it. And that is all I did to finish this look up. You guys will have to let me know what you think of this first one, because I think we're on a good start so far. Like, this is really, really pretty. So now I'm going to dive into the next look. All right, before we get into this look, I'm just letting you know my lawn is getting worked on. You'll hear some mowing in the background. Hopefully you don't mind, but I still wanted to film regardless. So let's get into the Merry Christmas palette. I prime my eyes again with the MAC paint pot, and I want to do a very, very Christmassy look. Like, I mean, come on, that's the whole theme here. I'm going to start off with poinsettia, and I'm going to use that on the outer corner. Ooh, that's a nice pigmented red, and I feel like reds are so hard to formulate. But look at that. I'm just going to really use this all through the crease. We're going to get super red on this lid, okay? And I'm going to bring it through here, and I'm going to extend it out again and get that beautiful shape going. Now I'm going to go into this gingerbread shade. Hopefully that will work to blend out the edges of that red. Hopefully. I'm just going to use that to soften the edges since it is lighter than the red poinsettia shade. Yeah, that's working great actually. I'm gonna now go into the shade called Hot Cocoa, which looks like a reddish deeper brown, and I'm gonna use that in the outer corner just to deepen up the look. Get some smokiness in here. Yeah, that is giving a depth for sure. Just gonna keep it on the outer corner. I'm not gonna take it through the crease. Now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna take green down there. We're gonna get green and red and all types of extra. So I wanna go into Christmas Tree, which is kind of a deeper, almost tealy green. And I'm gonna stamp that down here, connect it up, and just bring that pretty far in. I'll leave a little bit of space in the front, but I just want to get that nice and pigmented down there and get that green pop in this look. I'm going to take a little blendy brush and go into the shade called New Leaf. Use that to blend out the edges of that Christmas tree shade on the bottom. Get everything nice and soft. Oh, this is looking so Christmassy. So time for the metallics. I'm going to use this Rephr 28 brush. I think I want to use a little bit of Blessed, even though it's like kind of magenta color. I don't know, I just want to use it. So I'm going to pick it up, going to wet it like usual. And I'm gonna just put that on the edge here. Oh, I think this has a purple shift. This is definitely a dual chrome, a magenta to, is it purple or is it blue? I don't know, it has a shift and it's very pretty, but I'm just concentrating it on the edge here, closest to the deeper matte. Kind of doing it at a diagonal. Ooh, that is such a pretty shade. And now I'm going to go into this gold called Santa Star. That's a beautiful flaky gold metallic shade. I mean, gold, red, and green. That is like the main Christmas colors. So I'm just picking it up in the brush as best as I can because this is one of those flaky shades. I'm gonna wet it and I'm gonna try to spread it as best as possible in the front. You just see how like the texture is just a little different. They're just a little bit thicker, a little bit more flaky. But I'm just gonna try to smooth it into the lid as best as possible. It's such a pretty gold. That looks really pretty. It's definitely a lot more foiled and thick to like the touch, like the formula. But I still think it looks so pretty, and I feel like that's the kind of metallics that are really trending in a lot of palettes right now. So now let's get into some shimmer down here. You know, I like to put a little bit of magic right there in the front and the lower lash line. So I'm gonna go into New Year. I'm just gonna pick it up with this little brush right here, and I'm definitely going to wet it to minimize as much shimmer fallout as possible. And I'm just gonna put that right there. I just love a shimmer right there in the front. I feel like it just makes it look so much more cohesive, gets everything to nicely flow together. Now I have to go into this Elf Wish shade as my inner corner highlight. If you've been watching me, you know I love a lime green metallic in the inner corner. It's like one of my favorite shades to put there. And this one too is more emollient, a little bit more flaky. But I'm going to wet it, of course, right over here. And just pop that right there. Oh, whoa, this has a shift. This has like an orange fiery shift to it. Oh, I was not expecting that at all. It's like green, like a fiery orange. Wow, that is intense and gorgeous. Like, look how green it looks in the pan. And look what it is on the inner corner. That was so unexpected, but in such an amazing way. So I'm just smoothing that out. That is so pretty. Just for a final touch, and why not? I want to go into Happy Ending. That name is hilarious. But I'm just going to use a little bit of that on the outer corner. Just for a little extra depth. Nothing too crazy. I'll bring it down here too. Just to get everything nice and fused right there. Got a lot of fallout from that shade, so be careful with that matte black. But that is it, guys. That is it for the eyes. Isn't it Christmassy but smoky? I love it. So I'm gonna go and complete the other eye, do the lashes, mascara, lippy, all that fun stuff, and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, my loves, I am back. The other eye is done, and here is the completed look. I love how Christmassy this is. I feel like a little Christmas ornament, and I am so here for it. I am such a huge fan of Christmas, so I love how this turned out. But I like the color combos. I think are really pretty. I like this little addition of like the magenta shade right here. It has a beautiful little shift to it. The metallic gold is so pretty as well, and you can just see how nicely blended the mattes are and how pigmented they are. It's really pretty. This palette also seems to be the consistent Oden's Eye formula. So all I did off camera to finish this look up was go in with the LA Girl Shockwave liner in a dragon. It's in their metallic formula. It matches the green down here perfectly. And then for my liner up here, my wing, I went in with the Lash Glue liner from Kiss, and I also used the Kiss So Wispy lashes. They are turning to be one of my favorite. I love like the little wispy flare on the outer corner of these. And then for my lips, I went in with another Oden's Eye lip product. This is also one of their lipsticks, but it's in the cream formula. This one is in Tulip Kiss. It is a deep burgundy red. I thought it went really well with this look because the red up here is a little bit more smoky, a little bit more dark, that I have like the black matte on the outer corner. So I thought a deeper like burgundy red like this went really well with the look. So they paired super nicely. I'm so happy with this as well as the first look. So I think I'm now ready to give you guys my like thoughts and everything on these palettes and wrap up this video. So these two palettes are making me so excited for Christmas. Like, I'm getting all the feels, but I'm trying to tone that down because Thanksgiving hasn't even happened yet, and I want to enjoy that holiday. I don't want to skip it. I love the cozy vibes, the fall, the spices, the pumpkin pie, the autumn decor. So I want to enjoy that first, but I know a lot of people like to skip to Christmas because my neighbor out there already has their Christmas lights up. But I do think this is a beautiful Christmas release and one of the best I've seen so far, even though I do also feel like the Christmas releases came super early, but maybe it's always been that way and I just happened to finally notice that. But this is the best. Like, nothing has compared so far. The packaging on both of these are absolutely stunning. Like, they nailed it with the Christmas theme, and the color stories as well are beautiful on both of them. And I love that they came out with two options here. Like, you have a more traditional Christmas color story with the golds, the red, and the greens with a little pop of grunge. And then you have this one that's more wintry, cool tone, a little bit jewel tone. So I love both of the options. They both have beautiful different textures in here. Like, some of the metallics are a little bit more smooth, almost more satin-like. Some are a little bit more textured and a little bit more flaky. They're really foiled. Some are dual chrome. So you have a lot to work with in terms of the metallics. Then the mattes are really beautiful, pigmented, blendable. And you have a good range. You have lighter shades to midtones to depth. And then you also have like a lot of shades you can use as inner corner highlights in both. You have a lot of shades you can use to deepen up the look. So you have a lot of options. And I think these both are very versatile and you could just do so many things with these. And I love the color stories so much that I feel like these can be used any time of the year. Like, even though this is Christmas themed, I see myself still using them regardless, no matter what time of the year is, because I think the color stories are just so pretty. And that is my opinion on these. It's the consistent good formula from Oden's Eye. So if you've tried some of their other palettes, then you already kind of know what to expect, and these might even be a little better. I don't know, there's something special about these. But you guys will have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of these releases? Did you pick them up? Did you pass? Like, what are your thoughts? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, you like a lot of stuff in indie makeup, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I'd love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have the palettes linked where you can find them, other Oden's Eye reviews that I have done, as well as the rest of my makeup, like what I'm wearing for foundation and everything, will be in the description. I will also have my contact and my social media platforms. I love to post a lot of different content there as well. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to be here, supporting me, spending a little time out of your day to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. But I just hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and I'm just sending you all so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.